What's up guys, Adrian Amro here with another tutorial for you guys. We got a lot of viewers on an S8 that I did before, and this time I'm going to do an S8 Plus. Hopefully the audio comes out good on this one because the last one I had to do a voiceover on it. Anyways, this customer brought in this phone and the LCD appears to be in good condition, so I went ahead and I ordered the one with the frame, because like I mentioned previously, removing the LCD from the frame, separating the LCD and the frame, is nearly impossible without breaking the LCD. So I ordered one that has the frame already so that we can go ahead and recycle the old one, because it's just a small crack right here. You guys see that? That's all it is. It still touches. Everything works, the touch works everywhere, even on that crack. So that means that this LCD is still good. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn it off. Now that we determined that it's a good LCD, we go ahead and order the LCD with the frame so that we can recycle this one. Now she also wants to go ahead and replace that back glass cover. So on this one, we don't have to worry too much if I burn it or anything, but I'm still gonna take it off carefully. So I always going through the bottom, so I'm gonna apply more heat here. Although there's more cracks here at the bottom, so it would probably be a better idea to start from the top. But let me see how that bottom treats me. Either way, I don't really care for this back anymore because we're replacing it. So there you go. Yeah, so it's definitely gonna crack. Stick my blade in there, then I stick my pick. And I just turned on the phone by accident. You guys need to be careful, because one time I was doing this and it was broken from here, and as I was pushing down, I stabbed my finger. It was pretty bad. See, I turned it on by accident. Okay, then we have this fingerprint sensor connector. It unplugged on its own. And here it is. It came out pretty good. Let's go ahead and start. Let me turn it off real quick. So let's go ahead and start removing these screws. I don't need my glove on anymore. Okay, take off that bottom part. I usually just use my nails and I pick it out. Then this part usually just falls. There There you go. Just pull it a little bit, it comes out together versus two separate parts. And let's unplug the battery right there. And let's take out the SIM. There you go. Okay. Now we're gonna unplug the LCD. Unplug the rest of these cables here. You can use tweezers for the next couple cables if you'd like. So we are gonna have to transfer everything from the old one to the new one, including this charging port. Let's go ahead and remove this here. There you go, and this part too. Okay, so here's that back cover that I'm gonna replace it with, and this is the cable. It works for the S8 and the S8 Plus. So this is gonna go to right here. I want to test it because I don't want to do extra work. Once I transfer everything and then it ends up being a defective screen, and then also a lot of these suppliers, once you've installed the screen, they will not refund you. Alright, so that's that. Okay, let's turn it on. Okay, so far so good. Looks good so far. Doesn't look like there's any stripes on there, any lines, any spots. Okay. Let's see this brightness. Alright, looks like all the touch is working everywhere. Alright, looks good. Just unplug the battery. That's usually what I do to save time. Although I just spent a whole lot of time because I should have done this before I removed the board. Cool, so I put my tester back over here, and we will continue to remove the motherboard. There you go. Oh. Okay. Man, I never learn. I should never leave the screws too close to my workspace, because then I leave it out of the video shot. Here we go. Okay, so we gotta transfer everything from this one to there. We're gonna start off with the charging port. So we can get that out of the way. So you got this piece here. The charging port also carries this connector right there that I just pulled off. You see that one right here? This one here. So there you go. It has some adhesive on there, and then it just comes off. There you go. There you go. It came off along with the auxiliary input. Now there's a metal bracket here that I already see that's on here, so that's good. We don't have to transfer that. The little this little plastic or rubbery mesh, it's already on here as well. This one here too. You see this right here? There's already one right here. Look, that rubbery thing. It's already there. It looks a little bit different, but That's why I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one out just to make sure it's not a second layer that just goes around it. Yeah, no, they use a different type. So that one's already over here. See that? It's already there. So we don't need this one. I'll put it back just in case they want to fuzz about why it's not there. Although when I send it in for recycle, although they only care about the LCD. Okay, so anything else we need to transfer before we put in the charging port? Nope. You guys will probably wonder, some of your frames will not come with these gold points right there, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. I really don't know what those do. It's some kind of ground, I guess. They've got to be important, because they have all, you have all these things that connect to them. You see, this, and then this. They all connect to that, but it has to be ground. I just don't know what they're for, honestly. I'll have to find out, but I've never had any issues when I order the frame and it doesn't have the gold points. This one does have it already, you see? It has them, but sometimes it doesn't have it, and it's very hard to remove them, these things, without like mashing them. You see, it's just like a gold-plated thing. I don't know what they are for, but when they don't have the gold points on there, the gold-plated things on there, it's just bare, like ground, bare silver right here. So I'm sure it's still making contact with it. So anyways, if anybody knows what that's for, let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. Honestly, I've never had issues with it, so I don't really care too much about it. But it'd be nice to kind of know what they're for, what they're intended for. Okay, so next we're going to notice how I didn't remove this until I tested the screen. Okay, so now I removed it because, believe me, one time I installed the screen and it was defective, but I had only removed this plastic and they didn't take it back just because of that. So be careful, guys. Alright, let's do the charging port. Stick it right in there. Alright, cool. Let's get these screws out of the way and install them. Start with this right here. Before I tighten this screw here, I'm going to make sure that this thing is sitting nice and flush. Which it's not, you see? It wasn't sitting nice and flush yet. So what I'll do is I'll kind of pick it out, stick it in first from there, and there you go. Now it's kind of sitting in there, inside the frame. Okay. There you go. Now, I'm gonna compare real quick. Alright, so this screw goes there, good, good, good. So I'm missing a screw for up here. I'm not sure where it went. Let's see if I have an extra screw over here. And I do have an extra screw. This one will go right up here. Perfect. I don't know where it went. It's probably stuck on this speaker here. Watch. Oh, it'll come up. Alright, it'll come up somewhere. But there we go. Charging port's installed. Remember that one cable that goes here? So this one, you kind of see it there. You just kind of stick it in there, and there's a little slot. There you go. It hides behind this slot right there. See that slot? Hides right behind there. And whatever little leftover adhesive that it had, it'll help. And remember how I said the white cable goes on top? So I'm just gonna line up this blue one first, then this white one, and be very careful with your tweezers or whatever you're using, because if it slips and it punctures here, this is the screen. See? That's part of the screen, so be careful whenever you're working around this area, okay? Alright, now we look at this top part, or the middle part, and we go along and see what else we need to transfer. Let's see what else. Definitely the vibrating motor. What about smaller parts? That button, yeah, this power button's already there. It's already here. Let me see why it's sticking up like this. There, I just have to punch it in a little bit. Alright, that button's there. We need the vibrating motor. This little rubber plastic up here is already there too. You see it? We need the speaker, and we need this this sensor here. We have this button already, you see, but we're missing this connector. So, and then this there's a rubber piece up here that's probably this should go here. We also need to transfer this SIM tray here. This is what pops the SIM tray out every time you poke it. There we go. There it is. Grab it. Stick it in just the same way. Right in there. Unless it already had one. It looks like it already had one, guys. Look. It had one already. So as I push that one in, it pushed the other one out. So that's cool that they included it in there. So no, you did not have to transfer this one. I'm gonna keep this just in case. Like I said, I don't think they'll need that. Alright, so let's go ahead and heat this up so we can remove that part. Alright, that was a little bit too much heat, but I think it's good enough. It didn't damage anything. Alright, so we get right underneath there with your tweezers, and you kind of pry up, and there you go. There you go. So it looks the way it should look. You see the difference here? I'm gonna kind of clear the way on this side. That camera hole or sensor hole, I'm gonna kind of clear it up with my tweezers, but everything else looks good. See that one and the plastic? That and the plastic looks good. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. I don't like how it looks. You see that? It's dirty. Alright, give it a little brush with my toothbrush. There it is. Now it looks clear. It's nothing obstructing it. So now we're going to install this just the way we removed it. Okay, should fit right in those holes. Perfect. And that's done. Next, we're gonna go with our speaker, and this one is very important. And it's important that you're careful with it, because unless you have a bunch of random speakers just lying around, then be very careful, okay? Because you can break it. And this right here, see again, it's dirty. Like I'm about to remove a piece of like leftover plastic. See that? That could have caused some distortion on for the sound. All right. Don't think I need to brush that one, but there it is. Okay. So what I mean by being careful is you gotta heat it up very, very good, and then when you remove it, be careful not to split the speaker open like this, and you see all the copper wire, and then that's no good. So let's see if we're successful at this. Don't heat it up too much to where you're gonna burn the LCD, okay? Remember, the LCD is right there. That's your LCD too. You see all this right here? That's part of your LCD, this too. And there it is. It's exposed. Just kind of play it out, man. I'm already very familiar with the heat gun, so I kind of know when to stop, but you gotta be very careful, man. It takes some practice to get to that point where even I still burn stuff, but so I'm gonna hit it from the side here. Hit it from the side, kind of poke it as much as I can, and then wedge it, and hope that I didn't get. All right, good. Hope that I didn't split the speaker in half, and we got it out in perfect condition. There you go. You see that? Sometimes this. Oh man. Okay, sorry. Sometimes this will split in half. This right here will split in half. You see that line here? But that's why I heat it up very good, and then when I stick that blade in between right there on the side, it goes in this way, and it passes that line to where it splits, and it passes that line, and then I wedge it up. You know what I'm saying? So if you do it up to here, you might split it open, but if you go a little bit deeper, then you'll get it from the very bottom. So I'm happy that came out good. Now it came out this way, so I'm gonna stick it in the same way it came out. There you go. Bam. On to the next. So we said we have this plastic up here, the rubbery part. It's already there. I think the last thing is this vibrating motor and the battery, and we're good. We'll do a quick check or quick rundown when we're almost done. I'm gonna heat up that vibrating motor. That one you don't have to heat up too much, but if you want it to come out a little bit easier, you can, but always be careful of your surroundings. So I'm gonna go ahead and poke it. Oh man, it's hot. Poke it from this side. There you go. There you go, it just jumped right out. Stick it onto the new frame. It should have some adhesive left over. There you go. If you find that there's no adhesive on there, you can add some dual-sided tape. This one still had adhesive, so see it's not falling. Okay. Yes, baby. Okay. So, what's next? The battery. Heat up the battery. You want to heat it up evenly. Okay, I'll heat it up from the front a little bit, not too much. I don't want to burn the LCD. Alright, I usually use this tool for that. It's called iSesamo. I usually use this part. Oh, sorry. I usually use this part right here. I go here, I wedge it upward. And remember, there's LCD there, so you don't want to stick anything in there too deep. There you go. Gosh, it's hot. Okay, that's your LCD. You see, we just revealed it. If you stick it in too deep and you cut through it, forget it. You're done with this LCD, okay? So here we go. We're going to install this battery right there. I'm going to call the customer just because I'm almost done here. I already tested her screen. And I want to get out of here ASAP. Hopefully she can pick it up today. This type of repair, you can do it while they're waiting. It's a little bit more pressure, but if you don't mind it. This is my wife's water. I hope she doesn't kill me for drinking it. Bueno, ¿sí es Susana? Hola, oiga, ya está aquí su teléfono, ya estoy por terminarlo. Ok, son las 5:20, como quieras puede pasar usted. Ok, está bien, mire, voy a ir a Costco y me llama. Si usted está afuera y yo todavía no llego, espéreme, porque yo vivo cerca, ¿ok? Sí, yo voy a traer ese teléfono conmigo. Ándale pues, ok. Ajá, que la ven, bye. Alright, so she is willing to pick it up today. Somebody's asking how much to fix the glass of an iPhone 8 Plus. Wow, I'm gonna just say $200. Let's say $189, since now you can get those backs pretty cheap. Alright, so we got the battery. We're gonna go a quick rundown and see if we're missing anything. You guys want to make sure it's clear here and not dirty where the cameras go. Okay, so quick rundown. Let's see if we're missing anything. Got the speaker, got that. Okay, so that cable here is already there. You don't need this blue tape there. That's adhesive, I think, for the motherboard. I'm not sure. Let's see. I'll just remove it so it looks the same. That's actually thermal paste. It's it sits right on here, and it protects it dissipates heat from the board. Yeah, okay. Everything else is on there. Okay, battery. We are good to go, guys. This one is ready to be sent out for recycling. So I'll add this to my recycle box. I'll write something on there. You guys ever try doing this and then you stick it back in there and then you do it hard and it slips from your teeth, and it just, that's happened to me a couple times. Anyways, alright, so then now time to put the motherboard in. There we go. Remember, the white goes on top. Usually I plug in this charging port first. Makes it easier. There you go. Plug in that charging port. My tweezers to help me maneuver these cables. Take this little cable out. There you go. Take this battery cable out of the way. Okay, just sat there. Plug in all the little connectors. Alright, plug in the LCD connector. But first, let's make sure all the cables are out. So we got this little cable here. I probably shouldn't be plugging them in until I make sure that all the other cables are out. from underneath the motherboard. So let me see. Okay, we got battery. That connector here is for the fingerprint sensor. These are the two cameras. Okay. It has a little bit of debris on there, so oops, I did not want that to happen. Let me see here. Take the camera out. All for cleaning that debris of the camera from the camera's hole. Alright, there you go. Cable's plugged in. LCD cable, let's plug that one in. There it is. I like how these cables are nice, the way they're supposed to be. And they're in between this gap here. So usually, sometimes it gets caught up over this part and it needs to be inside this hole. Just plug those in. There it is. Plug the white one in. I'll plug this crazy one that wasn't wanting to plug in earlier. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna take this off because it's all crumbled up and I don't want it to get in the way of the back glass here. Alright. There's a SIM tray just jumped at me. Alright, now let's plug in the cameras. Good, good. Button, battery, that could go next. Once you've made sure everything else is connected. Alright, so it's all connected. Let's go ahead and put in this stuff. And then, like I've said before, be careful because if there's any glass down here underneath here, and when you're putting pressure, you will break that screen, man. Even if it's this by accident, you're like here and then you're putting pressure, you could break the screen. So make sure that you don't have anything crazy or anything hard underneath the phone. Alright, before I put all those gazillion screws in, I'm going to turn it on. And there it is. And if it doesn't turn on, sometimes you have to apply a little bit of pressure here, because that's how the power button works. It makes contact with the button connector to the motherboard. So there's that. Let me drink some more water. There it is. Cool. Alright, power it off. Put in all these gazillion screws. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Oh my goodness, come on. I have this here because without it, you can't really see here. Watch, I'm gonna take it off. It looks just you see less detail. It's too much light. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side real quick, and I'm going to transfer all this stuff, fingerprint and all that, to this one. So let me heat that up. Alright, let's see if it comes off nicely. Nope, doesn't want to help, doesn't want to cooperate. there it is. That's some of the adhesive, if not all of it. Try to reuse this adhesive here. Okay. Try to reuse that adhesive. Okay, that should work here too. Scissors real quick so I can cut it. Maybe a blade. See if I can reuse that. So that came out like this. That sucker in there. That should be good. Okay. Now this button, it should still be hot enough. And it came out with the adhesive, so that was perfect. Stick that sucker in here. Perfect. Alright, that was not hard at all, guys. This one, I might save it. Oh no, I just messed it up by picking at it. You see that? Who knows? Somebody might want it, so I'll put it in my pile. And then now let's remove this part here. Careful not to scratch it with your tweezers. What I'm doing here is I'm just sticking that adhesive that it came with onto the glass. Okay, there you go. There you go. Let me heat it up a little bit. So that adhesive can get nice and, oh man, you know what? I forgot, I need to plug in the fingerprint button. That was kind of hard to show you on the camera, guys, but I guess I'll try. You see, you just go like this, and then you kind of play with it, and you try to stick it in. You see that right there? There it is. Did you guys see that? Oh, you guys couldn't see that, huh? I was like doing this and that, and then finally got it. Still on. Just do a double check. Okay. And then I'm gonna take off this protective plastic because it doesn't let me see where I'm lining it up. There you go. Okay. And I was heating it up, but I forgot I need to plug in that fingerprint sensor, so I would have plugged in the fingerprint sensor first, then heat it up. Unless you're a pro at it, plugging in that fingerprint sensor, then, because I like to get that adhesive melted, you know, so it could really stick. Okay. Okay. Now she wants a screen protector, so just cleaning up that back real quick with some alcohol. So I'm gonna show you guys how to put a screen protector on these, and then the job is done. Okay, I'll go grab one real quick. Here's the S8 Plus screen protector, and I'm gonna remove this plastic here. Looks pretty fresh, pretty clean. Still gonna just give it a little wipe down and blow at the same time. Put my tools away. Just to get kind of like any little dust particles out of there. So here we go. I'm taking off the bottom. Turn on the screen a little bit so I can kind of see. Oh, this phone off. Yeah, phone was off, but it's okay. Man, it's better if the screen's on. Come on, Verizon. There you go. That way you can see. You can guide it also with this speaker. Make sure that the speaker's good. And there we go. And you have your little cloth. You can go around it, around the edges. There you go. And this is a perfectly repaired Samsung S8 Plus, guys. There it is. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. There you go, people. 911 gadgets. If you want to take a class on... Oh, here's a SIM tray. If you want to take a class on how to unlock phones, how to fix them, how to keep inventory, how to repair, how to everything, how to diagnose them, visit us at 911gadgets.com and email me or send me an email to contact@911gadgets. If you like this video, please share it. You might help somebody out there, and please subscribe. You're helping me when you subscribe. I need to get 1,000 subscribers. If you have any requests, any phone or gadget you would like me to fix for you guys, I'll do it. Up next will be this this essential. It's called the Essential Phone. I'm gonna post this live. Probably I've never done this one, but I'm gonna do it live so you guys can see I'm not scared of tackling any device, any gadget. Thanks again. I hope you have a happy new year. Bye.